I feel like so many times whenever I want to create art, I need to have like inspiration, and I need to like search up a Pinterest reference and such. And I'm not really good at making art spontaneously. So today we're going to have a little date, grab a drink, don't grab a book because you're supposed to be listening to me, but grab a piece of paper, grab your art supplies. Maybe you've been wanting to craft, but you've been trapped in the endless doom scrolling sphere that all of us constantly find ourselves in. So now it's some time for you to chill, to unwind, to grab your colors, your materials, and let's make something. I have some music playing. I feel so nice. I feel so ready to get into this. And of course I have a drink with me, just plain water, but I want us to use these tea bags that we usually have around the house. Firstly, look at how cute that bottle is. Like, wow, the colors, the everything about it. There's a time I made a TikTok trying this tea. So right now I'm just going to put it to start like oozing out of the tea bag. It's a pretty like nice tea because of the smell. I love the smell mostly. It's peach oolong tea, and normally it needs like warm water to diffuse better, but I don't have any warm water and I don't feel like taking warm water. Of course I can boil some water, but I don't want to do that right now. So anyways, that can be slowly oozing out as we get started on our artsy little date. I'll just put that to the side and give it some time. I don't know why, but I always like making these teas which are cold because I feel like I just like the color and the mild taste, you know. I don't even put sugar in teas, I just make them and I like them that way for some weird reason. It's one of my many weird habits. Anyways, today we're making art. I don't know what art we're making because I don't have a reference. I got these oil pastels from a friend as a birthday gift, and I had wanted to like make so much artwork out of the oil pastels, but even just by looking at them like this, you can tell they have not been used much. I think I've used them like twice or thrice, and I usually have this thing where I'm afraid of depleting my resources. So even when I use them, I'm just very light. Like I'm not really doing much with them. Anyways, today we're going to be using them to the fullest, and I will try and supplement them with colors and pencils. I also have tissue and a Q-tip. These are very important for artists. So firstly, this is so confusing, making art without like a set reference, a set picture. Like, what do I want to make? I think I feel very inspired by Van Gogh. Yesterday my sister and I were talking about how Van Gogh uses like colors which are on opposite sides of a color wheel. If you don't know what a color wheel is, here it is. So the colors which are on opposite sides, when you use them together, they seem to complement each other and make each other stand out more, which is kind of a metaphor for life, but we're not going to get into that. So I feel like that's what I want to do today. Maybe I should do a sunflower. I also want to do something which I have like sufficient colors for. And if it's a sunflower, like I do have a range of orange and yellows, but what about the browns? I have a lot of purple, so maybe you can do something yellowy, purpley, greeny. I don't know. I feel like doing something earthy though, like something from nature. I think we might do sunflowers. So I don't even know if I know how to draw sunflowers, and I promised myself no references today. So let's just try and get the basic sketch of a sunflower down. Whenever you try to, what am I trying to say? There are specific things where you think you know how they look or how they work until you actually try. Like right now, I'm just trying to ask myself, how does a sunflower actually look? Wait, I think I know. It has a fuzzy center, and then it has the leaves are kind of thin. They're not wide. Are the leaves wide? No, they're not wide. Can I cheat? Okay, no, we're not going to cheat. You know, it's so funny how life is just so simple. I think the rules of life come down to a few simple things, and to some extent we are the ones who always complicate life. We are the ones who complicate situations, and we complicate every single thing, but life is really much more simple than we think it is. I'm actually freaking out because I don't know how to draw a sunflower. How does a sunflower look? I'm going to have an existential crisis. This is what I have so far. Does a sunflower look like that? I feel like it's more full, or should I just add like more leaves? I've lately been into like music from the 60s in a really weird way. I don't even understand. I'm even going to play them right now. I have this playlist known as 60s, 70s, and 80s all-time classics party. No, I want to listen to September. September, do you know it? Oh, it would be so cool if you actually put on the same playlist and then we can just vibe. Draw a sunflower to save your life. You mean I cannot do that? I was saying life comes down to like the simple things. And you see how we are always like looking for manuals for life, like a guidebook for life, whether that's the Bible or the Quran or like whatever it is that you read or associate with. Life comes down to a few simple rules, and maybe not rules, but a few simple practices. And I think one of the most important ones is playing. Like you need to play. Wait, I actually think I got the sunflower down. Like tell me if that is more like a sunflower. Maybe I just need to make the core a bit wider. Like a sunflower core is pretty big. It's not like a daisy, so I can like extend it outwards, and it's pretty fuzzy. Do I have any black? I don't have black. It's going to be hard to do this core. I have colors. Yeah, we can. I don't have a black color though. Do I? I don't, but I have brown, light brown. I was saying life comes down to a few simple rules, and I feel like one of the most important ones is gratitude, just being grateful for things, and also playing. Like you need to move through life with a sense of play. Like don't take things too seriously, but at the same time don't take things too unseriously. Like strike a balance, man. You have to also like remember to really be grateful all the time, because most of the times someone has it worse than you, and I know that's not like something to use to put yourself down or make yourself feel like, oh, I should not be like complaining about this because someone else has it worse than me. You know, we cannot do that. Like if we keep comparing, no one needs to be worried about anything. But like even as you're worried about things, you're allowed to be grateful at the same time. Like you're allowed to still say, oh my god, I'm so worried about this, but I'm so thankful for this, that, and the other. Like the two can coexist at the same time. I think that's also something like I'm learning a lot. It's like negative emotions and positive emotions can exist at the same time. Wait, look, it's sweeping. Do you see the color is like becoming slightly greenish? By the way, if you have such a cup, let me talk to you. Like, we need to talk about these straws. These straws are the hardest things to clean. I even don't like using mine. I usually put it there for stirring and all, but I don't like using it because it's so hard to clean on the inside. What do people use? I've tried like finding things which can fit on the inside. I'm thinking, should I do only sunflowers or should I do like multiple flowers? No, I think sunflowers are just okay. I don't have the energy to like coordinate all those right now. As I was saying, negative emotions and positive emotions can coexist at the same time. You can be anxious and grateful at the same time. You can be sad and happy at the same time. Even the sky, like it rains sometimes while it's still sunny, and you know what the result of that is? A rainbow, such a beautiful thing. So I feel like when you learn that life doesn't always have to be like on an extreme of positives or an extreme of negatives, like life can exist at the middle of that, then you learn how to cope better with tough situations in life. Music from the 80s was so different, and the 60s, I don't even know, I call the 80s, when I say the 80s, I literally mean the 1900s, from 1900 to 1999, because I don't know the distinctions, but music from that time was so different, and yeah, just so different from right now. I've lately been getting into metal. Oh my god, metal music, like hard rock, where the guitar just goes dun dun dun. Oh my god, it's so good. Like I can just stand there and start crying because of that guitar. Have I ever told you that I want to play guitar? I want to play guitar so bad. I think I tell everyone I meet, it's like, hi, my name is Lily and I want to play guitar. It's so sad. There's a time I had a guitar for like a week and I was able to like learn a few chords. But if you ask me right now, I don't know nothing. I don't know anything about it. I can't even remember anything. But there's so many talents which I've let fall away from me. In 2020, my sisters and I used to make art. Second sunflower done. I don't know how many I want. And is it just sunflowers on my page? Should I have like a background? Yeah, I think I'll have 3 sunflowers because 3 is always a number. And then yeah, and then on the background I'll try and do something Yeah, something like that. You get? What's currently playing right now is "Living on a Prayer" by John Bon Jovi. I don't like this playlist though. I'm going to play that one. Yeah. What is your spirit animal? What do you think is a spirit animal? What does that even mean? Like, what is spirit, or the animal you think you can embody? Let me see. What's a spirit animal? A spirit animal is a spiritual guide, guardian, or messenger in animal form. It is believed to represent your inner traits, share its instincts with you, and offer wisdom or protection in a life path. I don't think I have a spirit animal. There's no animal which has ever stopped me on the road and be like, Lily, I'm your guardian messenger and I'm here to tell you that you should not go to school today. None. I feel like those are some of the generic questions which you always need to have an answer for. But I don't. Another generic question is, what are your pet peeves? You know, we're on a date. What are your pet peeves? I think I actually have pet peeves. I've thought about this question before. One of them is bad breath and body odor. No. Wait, am I doing this right? What is a pet peeve? Now I'm starting to doubt myself. What is a pet peeve? A pet peeve is a minor specific habit or annoyance that triggers intense irritation. Oh yeah. Oh, another pet peeve of mine is when someone who I share a room with doesn't close the door. Like, that irritates me so much. And when someone is like dirty, like if you're sharing a bathroom and you're dirty, and for example you don't flush the loo, that's really bad. Someone who doesn't wash their hands, pet peeve. Oh, I've thought of another one. Someone who interrupts other people when they're in conversation, like constantly. I hate that. I hate that. Are you having fun? I'm having fun. Though my sunflowers, I'm pretty sure this is not how sunflowers look, girl. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. We started, we need to keep going. I'm almost finishing up the last sunflower. You know, something I've been learning lately in life is to just like have delusional trust that things will work out for me the way they are meant to work out. Like, just not worrying about things and just trusting. That's like something I've constantly been learning for the whole year. All the time I'd have something to stress about, and I actually took the opportunity to stress, and then things would work out, and it's like, why was I stressed out in the first place? And I feel like I've been saying this so much, maybe to people, like I've either been saying it to people or to myself, or writing about it a lot. Never gonna give you up. What's that song? Who's that? I started listening to 9 Inch Nails, like hard rock. Hard rock. Is it rock or is it metal? I don't even know, but it's like the kind of music where the guitar goes dun 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 dun. Yeah, that one. And I love them. Okay, I only love like 3 songs of theirs so far from the like 10 I've listened to, which is a good number because I'm picky. Okay, all the 3 sunflowers are done. I'm quite proud of this. I feel like in the end, when I actually Google a picture of a sunflower, I will be super surprised. Or maybe not. We'll see. Now we're about to get into the artistic coloring bit of it all. So let's pick our colors. Okay, minor angle shift so that we can actually see what's going on here. Because, yeah, look, the color change is now a bit of a light shade of like olive green. It almost looks like very diluted urine. That was not the best reference, but oh well. Okay, let's get started. There's so many techniques of like using oil pastels, and I feel like I've never really learned them. I like how they've outlined them up here on this little cover for the pastels. So I'm going to just pick one that I used to outline, and it's obviously going to be a color that's kind of close to it. I'll pick this darker one. Pastels are so fun to work with though, like the chalky feel of these things is just so good. And it was so coincidental how my friend just bought them for me when I had not told her, but they were on my like constantly searching up list. I was looking through like online shopping stores, trying to like see where I can get them for good prices, and then boom, I kind of manifested it, I guess. In a weird way, I did manifest it. Okay, so we're going to take, I think I'll go for the darker one here, just to outline my sunflower, starting with the petals. Something about like oil pastels is you really just have to properly press your color in. Oh my god, this is a disaster. Look at that. Why are they wiggly like that? No, we are trying to let go of perfection. Let's just go with the flow. You know, even bad art is good art. Sometimes you make your best pieces when they actually start off so badly. Now I'm literally just drawing new ones. Like, what was the purpose of even drawing the old ones? Ooh, okay. It's kind of fun to press this thing like properly. I'm usually so afraid of pressing it onto my paper. I hear people say that Kenyan people have accents, and I'm like, what do you mean? Kenyans don't have an accent. How? We speak like very normally, but I guess that's the same thing Nigerians say. So like everybody does seem to have an accent, but you obviously cannot hear it because it's you who's speaking it. Do you mean like British people don't hear the accent? No, they probably do. Yeah, they do. I think maybe the Kenyan accent is like subtle and not so noticeable. Second sunflower almost done. Like, I'm just feeling so free with it right now. I'm not even worrying about how this is going to come out. This is going to come out. Do you guys ever just like have a full conversation with yourself and it's so productive? Like you even if you are listening to music, you even pause the music and you talk to yourself. Or am I just mad? I might just be mad. I've not ruled out that possibility. My songs keep on stopping. Like the laptop is sleeping. It's 11:11. Let's make a wish. I wish for this painting to be so magnificent. I wish for this oil pastel drawing to be the best work of my life. Or I just wish to have fun. Yeah. I just realized we're trying to let go of perfectionism, and I'm here wishing that it's the best painting of my life. It's not even a painting. Is it a painting or a coloring? I don't know. We're almost done. Ta-da! We have outlined the petals. Now I just need to outline the core. But now I don't have that kind of brown. Like I don't have that dark brown. So I might use this like dark purple. Yeah, I'll just use it. There's no time to overthink things. This is actually going pretty nicely. Ooh, I love it. Okay, now let's start with the core, right? Yeah, I think so. Let's start with the core. I'm just going to start by darkening it with all kinds of color, and to add a little bit of depth, maybe let's pretend the light is coming from this side. So these areas need to be more dark. This is actually quite fun. I'm having fun. Are you? One thing I really want to do in my life is to go on a road trip. Like, I want to go on a road trip and have the most fun ever. Like, that has been on my mind. For a while. Like, these kinds of road trips where you're with your friends, the windows are all open, you're listening to music, like blasting your playlists, you've jammed your playlists, you're blasting music, everyone is just happy, the wind is blowing through. Bonus points if the car has a sunroof and you just get turns at sticking your head out, like that scene from Parks of Being a Wallflower where they're passing through the tunnel, and you just get to really fully feel and experience the moment, and you forget your troubles, you forget your worries, and maybe you reach somewhere and you camp out, you know, that kind of a life. I would want that. I feel like to some extent I might want to live, we blend using our fingers, by the way. I might want to live like the camper life, or the motor house life. What are they called? Motor home, like where your home is a mobile home and you're just driving through places. I think I might want that. Like, not gonna lie, it seems very lucrative to me, but also I don't know how to drive, and I'm somewhat afraid of it. So, you know, driving is like one of those things which I've always imagined myself to love, and to be good at. But ever since we started being taught driving here at home by my dad, I have sucked. I was like oh my god, I even stopped trying because it was like embarrassing. But maybe I should have kept going. You don't have to start out being good at something for you to actually be good at it. You can suck really badly and still make it work. That's done. The calls are done. They look kind of amateur, but wait, let me cook. Give me time. We're going to get into the actual sunflower leaves. I'm just going to first color them in with this yellow. The song that's playing right now is Take On Me by Aha. Play that song right now. Play. I did not know that's the name of the song. That's the thing, with listening to this old music, I find songs which I've never really known the title to. Like this one, which was in a Coca-Cola ad, which says, I don't remember what it says. Oh, you can't hurry love. Oh, you just have to wait. Do you remember that ad? The Coca-Cola ad. Now, I never actually knew the actual song. Or Simply the Best, the one that's used in Citizen TV recaps or something like that. Yeah. I'm so good at whistling these days. Okay, I'm not so good, but I'm better, 10 times better than I was. You need to have someone you can tell the most insignificant shit about yourself. Like the most insignificant things, like I was able to pass gas without having a problem despite having stomach issues for the past 1 week. That is not something I'm trying to confess. It's just an example. Please. This is so fun. I'm actually having so much fun right now. Can't believe I've not done this for a while. All the time when I sit down to do art, properly focusing and not actually doing art while watching something, I end up realizing just how much I've missed doing art. I just remembered I wanted to try out an actual Van Gogh, or is it Van Gogh or a Claude Monet style, where the colors are kind of chip on each other. Oh, they look so good. Wait, this sunflower is very small. I think I forgot to add yeah, I actually did. Let me just add a few more. Not too many because I think it looked nice the way it was. But look at how it looks. Oh my god, it looks nice. Even leaving it like this, I can just put my signature here and we say this is a piece of art. So beautiful. Now we blend it. I'm gonna use a different finger this time. You can of course use a Q-tip, but I like doing this with my finger. The texture is a nice waxy texture, which I like. There's such a big difference when you blend it. Let me show you. Come a little closer. Why are you so far away? Let's take, for example, this portion and we want to blend it out. So I just use my finger. Of course, you can see it has some white spots which are unblended. And now just look how the colors just kind of melt into each other so nicely. Look at that. That's so incredible. And I love how the direction in which you choose to blend also affects the way the colors move. So if I just do this, it'll look horrible. I have to blend in the direction of the petals. Look at me being an art instructor when I don't even really know how to use pastels as much. Look at this side. This side looks so good. I think that's why I like pastels so much, because it's half the work done for you. With other things, if it was coloring, I'd have to literally take my yellow and orange and do all this blending. I wonder whether I can can I do this? Let me see whether with the orange it looks. Oh my god, that's going to be so sick. I'm going to come and use those. Wow, now just compare that blended one with these ones. There's also there's some I don't know how to go about this side. There's this song playing right now known as I'm So Excited. Is it so crazy how someone can just make a song saying I'm so excited, but I am here for it? And the painting kind of looks like the same colors as my art. Wow. Epiphany. Color updates. Not much of a change actually, but taste-wise, we're getting there. What if I was actually Van Gogh in the other life? if for a moment we can imagine that reincarnation is real, what if I I'm just gassing myself for no reason. And she did it without a reference. Progress. Looks so good. Wow, look at that. I am so happy. It looks so good. And we're only just beginning. So I'm trying to think of what I want in the background, and I'm thinking I want to do like a hazy background. Now I'm speaking like an artist. A hazy background that has like a mixture of dark colors and light colors, like greens and pinks maybe. So yeah, I'm just going to get like the background kind of started, but I'm afraid of how it will interfere with like these borders. How will I blend the background? Who knows? Or maybe we can do like a fading background that starts out bright and then ends up like on this side it's like bright and then the colors end up being darker, like a sunset. I don't know, I'll just do whatever. Actually, I don't even care right now because it seems like that is the way to go. I'm trying to go for like a Monet kind of style. If you don't know Monet, let me just like put a few photos of his work on screen. As you can see, like the colors are usually, it's like strokes, multiple strokes layered on each other. I think I'm going to start with a bland background, like just shading one color, and then I'm going to come with the strokes later on. Oh wow, I like how this green looks with the orange. I feel like if I add a blue to that, wow. Green and blue is always like a good color combo. Right now I'm just trying to add these little shades of color to the core of the sunflower. As you can see, these two have already been done, this one and this one, but this one is what I'm yet to do. So that's what's going on at the moment. And then we're going to blend the background. That's like the part I'm a bit scared of, because it could go like either way, either really well, like really well, or really badly. So we'll just have to see about that when we get there. Cross that bridge when we get there. The song playing right now is Lean on Me. This song usually makes me want to cry. Lean on Me by Bill Withers. Yeah, it's a good song. I feel mellow right now. I've lately been getting into reading classics, and I feel like that's the best decision I've made this whole year, to just read classic books. You know, books are classic for a reason. They're classic because of many reasons. Like they have either a cultural impact on a global scale, or they are talking about really important things, or they're just really good books that everyone needs to read. And don't get me wrong, when I say that, I don't mean that you like every classic that you'll read. No, some classics you'll read and you're like, why is this even a classic? Like, what is up with this? It's not even like a really good book. But some of them you'll read and you'll be like, wow, I get it. Like, I really get the allure behind this book. And I think it's worth going through the list of classic books so that you can get to those books which you really like and which you'll really find enjoyable. But also it's because I enjoy the genres which classic books are in. Like the different genres are so interesting to me. I like how there are many, like there's so many different genres within the classic book sphere. So I can always get something that I like just by looking, like going through the list. I can find something that I like. We're about to get into the part where we blend everything in the background. I'm trying to see whether I can use a Q-tip, but I don't think I want to do that. Maybe I'll use a Q-tip on these edges which are like near the flower, just for a cleaner edge. My edges are so bad. I've been really getting into reading classics a lot. So far I've read 3 of them, and I've started multiple and not finished. But the 3 which I finished reading are The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. That book is truly like written by a poet. You can just tell, even the way things are described, they're described so beautifully, and it's a really aesthetic book to read. Like the writing itself is aesthetic. There's so many ideas which are like put forth in the book that are worth thinking about, things on aesthetics and beauty and the definition of beauty, because the whole book like is about, spoiler alert, but the book is about like someone who values his beauty more than his morals, in the simplest way I can put it. And he ends up like, in a way, just shown his whole journey of moral degradation while he's maintaining his beauty. The other book I've read is um The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That's like gothic literature for sure. Like, you can even get why it's known as gothic literature. Gothic literature is literature that has this sort of grotesque kind of, how do I say it? It's one of those things which you understand it, but explaining it is another deal. Like, explaining it is just a whole other issue. But it's a really good book. It's about Mr. Hyde and Dr. Jekyll, who are literally one and the same person. It's almost like, what if the angel and devil within you was split and actually got to have full representations without having to exist together. You know, a human being has two sides to them. You have the good side and the bad side. And what if your bad side actually got to have a body and exist outside of your good side? Like, how would that be? And I love that book, but not really so much, because it was kind of like there was no excitement for me. It was kind of a boring book, but a really good book at the same time. I love the air of mystery, the air of tension, the air of fear that is kind of hanging all throughout the book, but it's not really my best. I think I'd rate it like a 3.5 out of 5, maybe. The other one I read was George Orwell's Animal Farm. I really want to get into more of George Orwell's writing, because I feel like he has like a lot of good ideas to share, and his writing is also pretty interesting. Like, even reading Animal Farm, I never expected to enjoy it because it's a story about animals, but I really enjoyed it like so much. Surprisingly, I was surprised at how much I enjoyed that book. And the next one I want to read from him is obviously 1984. I'm also looking to get into reading James Baldwin's books, and I want to try Chinua Achebe. I used to have Things Fall Apart back in high school. It was like a requirement, but I never finished reading the book. I did not understand the book much. But those are some of the books which, when you come to read later, they're so fun and they make so much sense. The other book I've started reading, a classic, is Robinson Crusoe. And at first, the English is the really old English, like English where one sentence goes for like 6 lines, and it has, like, the English is just weird. It's long and confusing, and at first that was hard for me to read, but the more I read it, the more I am able to understand the plot. Like, I'm even able to understand that English properly without having to stop every few seconds to internalize what I've read. So I'm starting to like it a lot, and I like that I feel so similar to Robinson Crusoe, to the character himself. I like when I can see myself in a character, because then I can keep on reading. Like, I am intrigued to see where they will end up and what will happen to them. I have blended the background. I don't know if I want to do much more to it. That is how it looks so far. Like, should I keep on doing? I have this habit of just continuing to add things when I do not need to keep on adding things, but I think this one is okay. Like, it looks fine. Why am I always like this though? Like, I do not appreciate my art. This is a good piece of art, Lily. If you compare with the other oil pastel arts you've done, this is a really good piece of art, and I should probably frame it or just stick it on a wall somewhere. It would look really good on a wall, I think. How does that look? That looks so nice. I think it looks really good. It does look really good. Maybe I will hang it up. I am not sure. My only issue is that with oil pastels, like, I don't think they are supposed to be exposed to air. I'm not sure about that, because even when I'm storing them, I have to like layer pieces of tissue between this page and the next, so that it does not smudge from one page to the other. So I will do some research and see how I can be able to stick it on a wall. Though sometimes I'm really afraid of sticking my art on the wall, because it kind of deteriorates from there and it's not stored properly as you might have expected it to be. But I'm so happy with it. I'm actually happy with it. I know I don't seem to be happy with it, but I am. I'm happy that I took time to do this and to make a little piece of art. maybe before I cover it, we can just take a last look at it. How good have we done at our challenge? I feel like we've not nailed, but we have really tried on the Claude Monet kind of style in the background. I like how the sunflowers really pop. I feel like I should have added something like a navy blue or a dark blue or a dark purple for contrast, because everything is kind of bright and this is the only contrast. And in the background maybe had some contrasting color, it would have made the flowers really pop. But this is what I have, and I am happy with it at the moment. I think I took a total of an hour to make this piece of art and I'm so proud of it, so happy with it. Let's take a photo. Oh, also before I forget, the little tea. This, I think, is the final color because it has been at this color for like the past 20 minutes and maybe it's fully seeped into the water, though I know using warm water makes it seep better. So that's something I will consider doing next time. The taste is not changing. I'm so happy I got to do this. I really want to make more art. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for making art with me. Thank you for attending my date. Like, we should do this more often. We really need to spend more time together. And I will make a point of arranging these dates for us. Anyways, I will see you on our next one. Maybe we'll be doing something different. Who knows? Bye. Bisous, bisous.